Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am the Channeling Goddess. If you are new here, hi, hello. If you are returning back, welcome back. So today we are going to do a relatively quick reading, and this will be all about the things that are hidden from us that we don't quite see. I think a lot of confirmation has been coming through for me in the last couple of weeks that there are some things that are hidden, some truths that will be revealed very soon. So I am doing a reading about it today. So this is just a general reading. Please make sure that you take what resonates and leave what does not resonate with you. Okay. Now, before we get started, if you are looking for a message that is specific to you, or you want confirmation that you are in the right reading, it is helpful that you first set intentions with spirit or with your spirit guides or your high vibrational ancestors that those messages come through today. So whatever you're looking for, if you're looking for a globe or you're looking for a pencil to be shown, whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you need to see in order to know that this reading is for you, then make sure that you set the intention to receive that today. I would also say to set the intention that you are more tapped in with your own intuition, because this is a general reading. So there will be more than one person who will see this reading. So it is helpful that you tap into your own intuition. And one way that I like to do that is by putting my feet in the grass and or taking 3 mindful deep breaths. This just helps me get more in sync with my own intuition and helps me to receive the messages that Spirit has for me at this time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you need to, please pause the video and take those 3 mindful deep breaths, or take yourself outside and put your feet in the grass. Whatever helps you get more relaxed and comfortable with Spirit, please do that, and then come back to this reading when you are ready. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I do have some goddess power cards here, so we're going to get started and see what messages are that are hidden from us that we are looking to have revealed to us. Okay, Spirit, can we get a couple of cards, 2 cards please, and a bottom deck energy of anything that is hidden from us that we need to see, or secrets that might be revealed very soon. So for some of you, you may be in a phase, I'm hearing this, you may be in a phase where you're thinking that you know everything, and there are about to be some secrets that will be revealed to you. For some of you, this will be, I don't think it's bad. I just think it might be hard to hear what is coming through. Wow. I was getting ready to say it may be hard to hear, but it is something that's going to free you. And then look what came through. Kali liberation. Yep. This information that you're going to receive is something that's going to free you. Okay. Spirit, can we get one of the card as well as bottom deck energy, please? I don't know if you've seen the original picture or depiction of Kali, but you see her holding like several different heads and things like that. It is indicative of her cutting the ego, right? And for some of you, what may be revealed is almost like it's going to cut through the illusion that you had about yourself, the illusion that things are one way when they're completely another way. And then we have Bridget here. It says creative spark. So for some of you, this thing that is being revealed, what you don't see coming, is liberation and an openness of your own creative spark. Now, if you're not the type of person who likes to do things with your hands, you can be creative in a whole lot of other ways, right? Are you a nail tech? Do you like doing hair? Are you a mechanic? There are so many different ways where you can be creative, but something about your creative spark is going to come back. And then your bottom deck energy is Mother Gaia, which is earth. So for some of you, I talked about in the beginning, putting your feet in the grass and grounding. I think that's going to be very beneficial for you, because there's a message from Mother Earth for you. But you cannot, I'm hearing you can't get this message just by sitting indoors. You're going to have to go outdoors to get it. So let's read from the card, the Kali card, 26, liberation. So it says, this is an empowerment message. It says, you're being invited by the Hindu goddess of liberation and revolution, Kali, to address the aspects in your own shadow nature that have held you hostage to old ideas that no longer serve who you want to become. What did I say? Things that are hidden, right? So it's definitely talking about things that have not yet quite been revealed, things that we're holding on to, old ideas that no longer serves us. It says, you can no longer defend yourself by your victim story. Hold on. There we go. and expect to succeed in your life. There is a beauty in liberation that is deep, fierce, and courageous. It rises up from the willingness to break the chains of the past in order to transform into something new. You may be afraid to set boundaries with others, but the goddess Kali has come to lend you her daggers. For you must cut ties with the familiar ideas about life that have determined your place in the world up until now. Yeah, there's a lot of releasing that's happening. And maybe the reason why you're not able to see this quite yet is because you don't have the tools to defend yourself. Like this card talks about Kali giving you her dagger so that you can sever those ties. You don't quite have the tools yet. So Spirit is telling you that these tools are coming to you, because I've always heard the saying that you get the answer before the problem. And it's very true. I've seen that happen in so many different situations. It's currently happening to me right now in a very specific situation. But the daggers are on their way to you so that you can cut and release and bring in something new. Okay, so it says, let's see, you have been holding back on shining in the world because you are afraid of the reprisal or judgment of others. This helps no one. You must step into life authentic, glowing. Refuse to allow the potential judgment of others to affect you. Every day, claim your power to liberate yourself from caring what others think. When you are asking for the wisdom to live and contribute, to do no harm, and to serve for the highest good of all, none of this matters, even if you must tear down what you have built. Kali will help you whenever you need to be courageous, even when you are most afraid. Be fierce and be loving and be willing to learn. Life will respond in miraculous ways. For some of you, this liberation is going to bring you out of your comfort zone. And for some of you, I feel like it brings you out of your comfort zone to put you into a more creative path. Now, an example I'm getting of this is, let's say that you have this particular job that you've worked for years, right? But deep inside of you, you know that there's something else that you want to do, but you fear being judged by others because you want to do this thing, or you fear that people will talk about you and say, oh, you're not good enough, or, you know, you've never done anything like this before. Why would you want to do this? This makes no sense. This is stupid. You don't even have a good reason why you want to do this. And your spirit guides and ancestors and angels are coming in to say that you are about to be liberated from this idea of the fact that you can't do the things that it is that you want to do. This could be something as simple as, I want to change my hair color, and someone is around you is like, I don't think that'll look good on you. This is just not a good idea. Why would you want to change your hair color? Everything is fine. And something about this is bringing about liberation for you, because it could seem very small with just hair color, but it could turn into something like immensely larger than just your hair color, right? Sometimes making that first step, taking that first action, frees you to do more, okay? So we're going to read Bridget from the book as well. So this is card number 8. It says Creative Spark. It says, this is the empowerment message. It says, inspiration and imagination are yours to play with right now. You effortlessly connect to your inner creative spark and make meaningful and beautiful experience for yourself and others. Take advantage of this fruitful time. When you are so tuned, when you are so in tune, it's like taking a magical trip to the land of the fairy, where all that glitters really is gold, and your life seems like a grand artistic gesture. The fiery Celtic goddess of creation calls you to play in the artistry of your life, your work, and your loves. Bridget is whispering her sparkling music deep in your soul. Are you listening? Your alignment message says, sometimes you get into a creative slump and you feel frozen in midair, unable to move in any direction. Perhaps you are unsure of the next step with someone new, or a project becomes a looming behemoth in your mind, or you can't think of anything to say in a social moment. Maybe you think all your best ideas are gone. Bridget offers you the alignment task of moving your attention away and remembering what it was like when you were little, when you finger painted and drew stick figures and played with your pals in the sandbox or playground. What moved you, lit you up, then sent you a creative spark that can move you now. A playful curiosity is what's called for. Don't take yourself or your current conditions too seriously. It's time to be free from the burden of expectations you've set upon yourself. Don't try so hard. The triple goddess of the hearth, the forge, and inspiration brings all her aspects together to help you sparkle. Yeah, so for some of you, this is really about you letting others depict who you are. You're letting them determine how you move in life, what you will and will not do. And that is going to be changing very soon. It's the thing that you don't see. The liberation is what you don't see coming. The freedom from living your life. That's the word I'm looking for. Living your life based on someone else's expectations of you. And that is about to change. Okay. Let's get you a couple of cards from this deck and see if we can get some additional information. Oops. Spirit, can we get some additional information for the general collective, please? Door to spirit. Okay, so for some of you, this is about your spirituality. Maybe the liberation that's coming is you've always been a Buddhist or a Christian or a Muslim or whatever the case may be, and you're being liberated from that. Look at this. And then you have woman holding a heart, number 44. Bottom deck energy is appreciation. So I really feel like for some of you, this door to spirit card feels like it's talking about spirituality. It's talking about your connection with spirit, your connection with source, God, whatever it is that you believe in. Something about that door may be opening. For some of you, this liberation is going to strengthen your intuition. It is going to increase the connection that you have with spirit. And it doesn't have to be your religious spiritual connection. This could be that you're opening the door to believing in yourself more. You're opening the door to take that step, to start that business, to take that trip, even if you have to take a solo trip, right? For some of you, this is about you falling in love, because we have woman holding a heart here. For some of you, this is about you falling in love, maybe even for the first time, or allowing yourself to be in a situation where you are loved again after a terrible heartbreak. For some of you, this is about a love of a child, because your bottom deck energy was Mother Gaia, and you can see here she's pregnant. For some of you, this is about a love of a child. So you may be working on having a child. You may be working on building a relationship or building a home for a child that's coming into your life. Okay, let's shuffle some of these dream ritual cards, see if we can get any additional information. Spirit, can we get any additional information here, please, for the general collective, all about what's being revealed and what are some things that we don't see. We have barrier here, and then we have illuminate. Yes. Okay. And then your bottom deck energy is relaxed. So for some of you, you've been in a state of hyper awareness. I'm hearing you have been in a situation where you haven't really given yourself the opportunity to breathe. You've put up a lot of barriers, like what we talked about, the woman holding a heart. For some of you, you put up a lot of barriers, and those barriers are about to fall, right? And spirit is going to illuminate your path. Things are going to start to get better for you. They're going to start to shift. They're going to start to change. But there's a part of you that's going to have to accept this change, right? You're going to have to allow, if this is about love for you, you're going to have to allow this person into your heart. And I get it. If you've been hurt before, if you've been in a situation and the last person just completely devastated you, it may be hard to pull yourself out of that and give yourself over to this new love. But there's a reason why spirit is asking you to do this, because something about this newness that's coming into your life is really going to reshape your idea of life, love, romance. And I just saw 1313. So I don't know if your birthday is on the 13th. You're seeing this on the 13th. That's also 4. Or wow, I didn't even realize that 3 + 1 is 4. So that's 1313, which is 44. So to me, that's confirmation as well. We're going to pull some angel numbers, because I want to see if there are any angel numbers that will be around you during this time when things are going to be revealed to you. Spirit, can we get some angel number, please? Refocus, 666. It says refocus to find balance between your material and spiritual aspects of life. Stop putting too much emphasis on material things. Yes, something about this feels very spiritual to me. This feels like it doesn't, not just spiritual, but it feels more like of the mind, of the soul. For some of you, this is not something that's like material that you can touch. This thing that is being revealed feels more like something of the mind. It could be that you're being liberated. I think we talked about this. You're being liberated from old thoughts, old patterns, and things like that. But there are things that are changing for you. And then look what you have. Transition is 345. You are in a period of transition and change. Embrace a new beginning and trust in the process of transformation unfolding in your life. So things are definitely going to be transforming. But look at what your bottom deck energy is. Look at this. Look at this. You got fours again. So 4 may be very significant for you. You got 4. It says angels are guiding and supporting you, providing a stable foundation for success. So even though you may go through this period of like, you know, you're refocusing, things are changing, you're going through a transition, Spirit is saying the outcome is that you will find stability, you will find growth, things are going to be okay. All right, so this is all of the messages that I have for you. I wanted to make it really short and sweet, and thank you so much for sticking it out with me to the end, and I will see you next time in our next video. Bye.